the water was. And just gonna give you guys a little bit more footage before we head up out of here. I might take a walk back over there and see what they're gonna start doing. But overall, this is gonna be an all-nighter. It's gonna be an all-nighter for sure. This is gonna be not an easy one to do. They're still trying to get some of these gates to shut down. Some of these gates are still open. A lot of sand on the ground, a lot of sand. And keep in mind, guys, the excavators haven't got here yet, so the actual work, the repair part of it has not even started. They're still on the isolation stage. So once they get the isolation stage completed, then they can do the preparation for the excavation. There's a couple of gates they're still trying to shut. I think they got 2 gates shut that we know of, and I think there's probably other ones they're trying to figure out. I took a quick walk over there while the light is in my favor. Just give you guys a little quick look at what's going on here. So they have the water still coming down, so they haven't got it isolated yet. Once they get all this water shut off completely, then they can start phase 2. Right now they're still trying to get this water shut down, and it's been running for quite a while now, at least over an hour. And that's a lot of water. Doesn't look like a lot of water, but trust me, it's a lot of water. Looks like state police still uses that low frequency. That antenna on the side of the car, that's like a 36, 39 megahertz frequency that they're using. Not sure what they use it for, but they use it. They got an 800 meg. They got 2 800 megs up there. But that one next to it could be either 800 or UHF. It could be a dual band. There's still a lot of water coming down here. Quite a bit of water. Just gonna give you another look at how the ground has buckled. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the ground has buckled. Just want to give you guys some footage. A lot of water still coming out of here, out of the ground. Alright guys, I'm going to head up out of here because it's getting a little cold. I know this is going to be an all-nighter, but as information occurs, I will try to get it back to you as soon as I can. And we got a pretty good clip of snow coming down here. Let's take a quick walk over here what these guys got going on, and we'll see what's going on. These cars, well, I'll let them go. I'm not gonna let the other state trooper. At least he was directing traffic. These guys, They're not even thinking about directing traffic. They're just standing right there. They have no desire to direct any traffic. They're like, if you can't pay attention and follow the sign, we're not going to do it for you. This is a lot of manpower too, guys. This is something that's going to take hours and hours and hours. And they... It's a pretty busy intersection too. So this one is marked off. So you got one that's they want to make sure that it's off. So that means no one doesn't go back and mess around with it again. And that one probably services these guys over here. That probably services this area right here. They got other ones that they're trying to get shut off that are a little bit more challenging. So we'll see how those work out. And trying to work in this kind of weather is not easy. Definitely not easy at all. Very, very tough. How's it going today? All right, not too bad. A lot of snow coming down. Like I said, we're expecting between 6 to 8 inches tonight, which is going to be a good one. I'm assuming they got this one off too, because they're moving on to the next one. So that's probably off as well. What's up, man? Yeah, YouTube, yeah. I got a, I told the other guy over there that he probably shared it with you guys too.
He said it was some N name, but I can't remember.
Yeah, Nezer, N-E-Z-E-R.
So you responsible like you broadcast what, emergency calls and stuff like
no,
that?
I cover a lot of different things. I cover like, it could be a fire one day, a car accident the next day.
Okay.
It could be a protest. It could be anything. But if you type in my first and last name, you'll see it. It's N-E-Z-E-R. Last name is Porter, P-O-R-T-E-R. And then you see External Affairs, that's me.
External Affairs?
Yeah, so it's actually External Affairs Porter, but you'll see it once you type in my name.
Okay, perfect.
I think he's subscribed to my channel, I'm not sure, but he looked it up, he was looking at it.
I'm trying to, cause like, sometimes we get to like, go across like accidents, like fire and stuff, and you see you guys, and I'm like, where do they broadcast? I never know.
Yeah, some people, it depends. Some people do it on Facebook.
Okay.
Some people got Twitter. But then some guys, they call stringers. What they do, they get footage and they try to sell it to like local media organizations too. So years ago, they used to sell it. I don't think they still do that now. They got a couple of people. They got like Boston Stringer. I don't know if you see him. He's on YouTube too. There's a couple other people out there.
There's a guy do you know Live 617 on Instagram?
I've seen him before too, yeah.
You've seen him before? So like he does like phenomenal, like he's at everything.
Okay.
And he takes like fantastic photos and stuff, and I'm like, how does this guy just know where we are and what we do?
Well, they listen to the feeds. Like I just do like a scanner.
Okay.
But then this like news feeds that they send out there.
Okay.
So a lot of news media, they send stuff to each other. So somebody's monitoring like state police, like fire department, EMS, and they're sending the feeds out to other local networks.
Okay.
That's how they figure it out. There's all different ways of doing it. Some people just rely on the old system, like texting each other too. So it's a lot of different ways how they do it. But most of it is from listening to the scanner, the police radio, stuff like that. You guys are 800 megs. It's a little tricky listening to 800 megs, but you still can do it. So you guys got the trunking system. So you got to grab all the whole trunking system and monitor all the whole trunk. You know how it works, right?
No. I mean, when they gave us these radios, they were like, all right, you guys got every channel. You got Boston, fire, Boston EMS. You got everything.
You got bait burn.
But yeah, we get everything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so when I look at this thing and I'm like, all right, different channels, and I don't even know. I just focus on my
Right.
station
It's too
only.
much. Yeah, it gets overwhelming. Like if I try to listen to everything out there, you drive yourself crazy.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff to listen to. Like if I want, I can listen to National Grid, but you got so much stuff to listen to. You can't keep track of all that. It's crazy.
Okay.
So I try to listen to like Boston. Sometimes I listen to Bayfront because Bayfront covers the whole area.
Yeah.
And then you listen to like say Boston EMS or Boston Fire. Try to keep it to a minimum. Don't listen to all that crazy stuff because you're gonna drive yourself crazy. Trust me.
Sometimes when I have my scanner on, so like some in the seaport,
okay,
so my scanner on, I'm listening to Boston. Boston has these calls going out, then we have our calls, and then I have my regular radio on scan, so I want to listen to what's happening in Mattapan on the highway or anything around here.
Right.
So I'm just like, the calls are a lot, so I'm just like, I'll turn this down.
Know what to do? This is what I do. Whatever area you're in, tune into that area only. So Boston is separate like 4 to 5 different districts.
Okay.
So B3, B2, it's like over there. This is like the C section.
Like C6, C11.
Right. So if you're in C6, C11, monitor that only, because if you're all over the place, you're gonna pick up too much stuff.
Yeah. With my radio scanner, I pick up B2, B3, C6, D4, and D14.
Yeah, they got E11 too. E18, I think it is.
Yeah, Hyde Park.
Yeah. So I try to.
Area is kind of quiet, except for JP. E13.
Yeah. The part that's busy is the part near Jackson Square.
Yeah.
If you listen to that section over there, that's where it's busy over there. But overall, B2, B3, and C11, they're real busy.
Oh, B2's a busy.
B2 is off the hook.
Never disappoints.
It's crazy. I cover a lot of stuff over there in B2 a lot of times too.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you see my channel, I cover stuff like this. I cover fires. It could be a shooting the next day. Next day is a construction site.
Okay.
A march, a protest. I try to mix it up, so I live in everything in there. Trying not to stick to one thing too much, you know?
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't want you getting freezing out here.
I know it's getting colder. I was saying, like I probably hang out for another 15, 20 minutes and leave, because this is gonna be all night.
Yeah.
You're gonna be here like almost in the morning time doing this.
I worked last night, and I'm like I was open for a detail, and they called me about this one. I'm like, all right, cool, I'll take it. You know, it is what it is. And they're like, oh, it's about 9 o'clock, 10 at night. I'm like, huh? So I worked last night. I'm working till 10 o'clock tonight, and then I'm working tonight again.
Exactly.
All right. I love it.
It happens. Get the money while you can, you know?
Get the money while you can, and then your body's going to be hurting later. Like,
exactly.
oh, this ain't it.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, though.
It is, yeah.
I like it.
It also keeps you busy, you're doing the right thing. Like I say, most police officers that come to us, they're good police officers.
Yeah.
There's very little that are like bad police officers.
Yeah, not everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Everybody seems like the one bad is like everybody.
But overall, in Massachusetts, I don't find too many bad police officers. I find a few. But they're not, you know.
Overwhelming amount.
Yeah, exactly. If you compare the amount that we have compared to what we find, I find more good police officers than bad police officers. So that's a good thing.
Only more people had the reporting. Well, I mean, they saw like reports like, well, you did stuff like that. But, you know.
Well, the thing is, I tell you what the problem is. They point out all the negative stuff, but they don't show the good stuff. Like, you might cross a lady across the street, they won't record that.
No?
You might stop somebody from stealing something, they won't record that. All of a sudden, you got a guy hitting through the wall, he's being recorded now. So they don't show you the whole thing, though. They don't show you the whole picture. Most guys, if they're criminals, they stop what they're doing, they don't resist, you don't have a problem with them.
Right.
It's only when they start resisting and start fighting, that's when it becomes an issue. Because if you comply with a police officer, even though you think it's unlawful, you comply with him, there's not going to be an issue.
Right.
If I start fighting you, start tackling you, of course you're going to have to get aggressive because you got to step it up another level.
Right.
And so I thought you train that in the academy. You try to balance, match the force, you know what I mean?
Right.
But these guys think, oh, they're criminals. Okay, there may be a few out there, but not all of them are criminals. And unfortunately, they don't show that part. They only show the negative part of it. In other states, I can't speak for because I don't live in those states.
Right, like you only here.
Right, I'm only here, so I can say what I see here.
Right.
And trust me, I've been in Roxbury, Dorchester, Mattapan, Towson, East Boston. I've been all around. Most of the police officers are friendly, they're cordial. Like you holding a good conversation, no problem at all.
Mm-hmm.
You got one guy that might just give you an attitude. Maybe he had a bad day. We don't know what's going on. Who knows? But that could be that one guy, but he don't represent the whole force.
Right.
You know what I mean? That one guy is not the spokesperson for all the police departments.
Yeah, but they're going to focus on that one guy
right.
that represents everybody.
Exactly.
I'm like, hey, it is what it is, you know?
I agree. It is what it is, but as long as you know you're doing the right thing, that's all that counts, you know what I mean? And there's the other guy, I think Murphy's name is, he just left earlier.
Yeah, Murphy, he's at my station,
yeah. He's cool, I had a good conversation with him, no problem at all. Like, there's another guy,
no, because like, when I first I saw you filming, I'm like, I thought you were like one of those like first audit guys that was like recording us, and I'm like,
I do that too. Now, the thing about First Amendment audits, now, some of them I watch are too aggressive, and they say stuff that's disrespectful. I don't like to do that. Like, I do a First Amendment audit, but I won't be cursing, I won't be swearing, I won't be looking for trouble like that. Like, you know what I mean? There's a certain way you should do it and a certain way you shouldn't do it. The way they do it, they're more like antagonizing people, and that's not good.
Right.
Like, I don't look to do that. If I know I have a right to record in public, I exercise the right. I respectfully tell the person, you know, we have a constitutional right to do so. Right. If the person wants to argue, I'll debate it with them, but I won't argue with them. I mean, because there's a couple of new good ones out there. If you watch like
I haven't seen any in a while.
No, the ones you gotta really watch is like the Batalsai.
Which ones?
He's out of Texas, the Batalsai.
Out of Texas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Philip Turner. He's the one who started the right to record. He's the one that got the circuit court to recognize what's going on.
I honestly thought it started here,
no.
like in the New England area.
Well,
I never knew the full-on background.
Well, we always had the right to record. I'll talk to you, my man. Be safe out there.
Thanks.
All right, so the sergeant's going to give them a little debriefing. But, yeah, the First Amendment always been around. We always had the First Amendment. But a lot of people don't know, the First Amendment got bigger and stronger when Philip Turner, if you look up his YouTube channel, the Batalsai. The Batalsai is the one who actually made it more recognizable that we have the right to record in public. So if you look it up, Turner versus Driver, I think he's out of the 11th Circuit Court. He's the one that took it to the court and actually sued the police department for arresting him for recording in public. Like, then all the other First Amendment auditors just follow the Batalsai. News Now Houston, David Warden, or he has another last name too, but David Warden, he actually became good friends with the Batalsai because he actually went out on an experiment because he didn't like quite understand if that was true or not. He thought the Batalsai was like antagonizing the police officers, and David Warden found out that the police officers down in Texas were more aggressive than he realized. So the First Amendment auditors been out for a long, long time, but some of the auditors now are just taken to another level. But if you look up the Batalsai on YouTube, and I think he's on Facebook as well, Philip Turner, he's one of the better auditors, or one of the original auditors that got a lot of this started. There are auditors that did work before him, but he's the one that stands out a lot in this era that we have going on now. You also got Texas Sheepdog 72. He's very educational when he does his auditing. Very informational and educational. Then you got all the other ones out there. There's so many of them, I can't name them all. But another one that does a great job is San Juan King Valley Transparency. He does a pretty good job auditing out there as well. Not to mention Audit in America. He's out of Rhode Island. He does a great job what he does. In New England we have, well, who do we have? We have Mass Accountability. We have Granite State Accountability for All. We got the Resistance. I met him a few times. There's a few others out there that I can't keep track of all of them. There's so many auditors out there. It's unbelievable. How you doing? She's recording, I'm recording. I don't know if you can see that. But there's a lot of auditors out there. There's so many of them. I couldn't name them all even if I tried. There's even female auditors like Pink Camera Magic. There's so many of them. I can't even remember all their names. That's how many there are out there. And a lot of people call me an auditor. I don't call myself an auditor, but even though I do a lot of audits, so that makes me an auditor in a sense, because technically every time you record something, you're doing an audit. It's just a matter of what you're doing the audit of. Like right now, I could be doing the audit of the Boston Public Works and Water and Sewer, or these guys salting the grounds over here. Somebody said, well, these guys didn't pass the salt spreader by. This video could say, well, I got 3 trucks saying they did pass by. So it all depends on what you're auditing. There's so many things you can make. Every time you do a video, technically you're making a legal document. It's documentation. And there's a lot of traffic for a Sunday, guys. A lot of traffic for a Sunday. This is a lot of traffic for a Sunday. I'm not sure where they're coming from or where they're going to, but it's a lot of traffic for a Sunday. Like that state trooper said, it's getting cold out here. So I'm gonna head up out of here in a short bit, but I just want to give you guys some footage of this area and the amount of traffic they have on both sides, not just this side. Over there as well. There's a lot of traffic. '93 is pretty opened up though, so there's no major traffic on 93. But so these salt spreaders are out, just so you guys know. It's like the 4th spreader that just came by. Let's see what else we got here. We have... Alright guys, I'm gonna wrap this one up. I might come back later on and get some more footage. I'll let you guys know, I'll keep you guys informed. I know that's gonna be an all-nighter, digging up that ground and fixing that pipe. But if anything else comes up, I'll be sure to report back to you guys. We got a lot of snow coming down. A lot of snow. I might come back in a few hours when the excavators are here digging up the ground. But the next time, guys, I'm Nez Porter. Catch you on the next one.